KREM 2 News at Noon begins now.
Right now at KREM 2 News at noon, the heat wave returns for the first day of August, and we're tracking when temperatures will be back above 100 degrees.
And several Americans are coming home tonight after being held as Russian prisoners. A look into the multi-nation prisoner exchange and the reactions from the family members of the freed Americans. Plus, we do have the very latest on the investigation into an Idaho kennel that returned a family dog near death. Hi, everyone. It is so good to see you. Welcome to KREM 2 News at Noon. I'm Laura Papetti, and we begin, of course, talking about weather because the heat is back. Today is another weather alert day because we are back in heat wave temperatures that are looking to soar today and into the weekend. Thomas Patrick is standing by. And Thomas, that map looks pretty severe.
Yes, and between the two heat alert criterias, it's the warnings that end up being the more severe of the two. Excessive heat warnings in these magenta shaded areas and heat advisories in some of our northern areas. Basically, if you're painted in red here, you're going to get up to 100 degrees at least once over these next 3 days, which is the first half of this heat wave. Our KREM 2 weather impact alert days will go through Monday, since that will be about the duration, the total duration of this heat wave. And it already feels really hot. We're approaching 90 degrees right now, and we'll be up to 98 for this afternoon in Spokane. You see some of the hundreds, like 100 in Pomeroy, 104 in Lewiston, 100 from Moses Lake all the way to Omak, and then through the west or the eastern Cascade slope. So that's where the hundreds are today. But tomorrow it's going to be widespread triple-digit heat. Friday easily being the hottest of these upcoming days. So weather impact alert days through Monday, temperatures 96 to 104 each of those 5 days. Just make sure to stay hydrated and use air conditioning when you can. This for the first 5 days of August on the backs of what was the record-breaking July that we just had. Obviously, 6 of those days above 100 degrees for high temperatures. Our average temperature, just average temperature, was the hottest on record in Spokane history, even beating out that historic 2021 year. So this is now the second half of the summer season, and obviously more extreme and dangerous heat is on the way.
All right, my friend, thank you. The high temperatures can be dangerous if you're not very careful, especially as our temperatures head back into those triple digits. So here are a few hacks to stay cool this week. If you're having trouble cooling down, you can use an ice pack on your pulse points, and that's where, of course, your blood vessels are closer to the skin's surface. Columbia's Climate School recommends doing this on your wrists, neck, elbows, feet, thighs, and head. If you don't have an ice pack, you can put a wet washcloth in the freezer. That works as well. Plus, keeping your house cool certainly can cost you, so avoid using appliances that give off a lot of heat. Your oven, stovetop, washer, dryer, and dishwasher all give off extra heat. Instead, try using a microwave or an outdoor grill to cook. You have to wash clothes, use cold water, and air dry, or try to do laundry at night if possible. President Biden announced the release of Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich and Marine veteran Paul Whelan, along with several others, in a multi-nation prisoner exchange with Russia. Natalie Brand has the very latest.
Less than 2 weeks after a Russian court found Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich guilty of espionage in what the U.S. called a sham trial, comes word that he is free.
This is an incredible relief for all the family members gathered here.
Gershkovich, along with Marine veteran Paul Whelan, are part of a prisoner swap the Biden administration agreed to with Russia.
And now, their brutal ordeal is over.
The Kremlin took Gershkovich into custody while he was on assignment in March 2023. Paul Whelan was arrested in 2018 when he was in Moscow to attend a friend's wedding. He was convicted of spying. Both men and the U.S. denied the charges.
Whelan was the longest detained American held in Russia. He was left out of previous prisoner swaps, including the one involving WNBA star Brittany Griner. Securing his release and others has been a priority for the Biden administration.
The release of those who are unjustly detained, I think, is a big win for the Biden administration, for the American people, and for the rule of law.
While the release is cause for celebration, experts on Russia caution the swap could also come at a cost.
I think that Russia, in the sense, wanted to make a deal. This will be a propaganda coup for them because they have gotten some of their prisoners in the West to the Russian Federation.
Some foreign policy experts say deals like these give Russian President Vladimir Putin incentive to take more Americans as bargaining chips. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
All right, looking back here at home, the Coeur d'Alene City Council has appointed a new mayor. At last night's meeting, council members voted unanimously for fellow council member Woody McEvers. He has been a council member since 2002. According to our news partners at the Coeur d'Alene Press, McEvers was the only person nominated for the position. Councilman Dan Gukin nominated McEvers, saying that he is, quote, approachable, knowledgeable, and respected by citizens. He does serve as the chairman of the Public Works Committee and is the council president. McEvers has lived in North Idaho since 1978, and he will step into the position coming up on September 1st. Also this afternoon, we have some new details about the training and boarding facility called Faithful Canine in Coeur d'Alene. It closed recently after a family's dog was returned to them near death. According to a 16-page report obtained by KREM 2, this is not the first time animal control officers have dealt with abuse calls at this particular business. The report says that dogs were left outside in the heat where the ground temperature reached 119 degrees in some places. And some dogs were told were digging holes to find cooler ground. The family we talked to said their dog, Bellatrix, died shortly after returning home. They're now wondering how this could have happened at all.
To wait so long to where it's just too late. I don't understand what they were thinking. Definitely would like someone to be held accountable for the neglect.
Animal Control is recommending half a dozen charges against Faithful Canine's employees, saying conditions showed a lack of care that resulted in Bellatrix's death. It is 12:07 right now and still ahead right here on KREM 2 News at noon. Former President Trump is facing backlash for his controversial statements about Vice President Kamala Harris. The latest from the campaign trail coming up in 2 minutes.